Hello everyone, I hope you're staying healthy and well during these crazy times. And I'm almost caught up with my pregnancy now. I'm almost 16 weeks pregnant, but this is my video for 14 weeks pregnant. So thank you if you have watched my previous videos. I hope you enjoyed them and they gave you a little bit of insight, or at least helped you feel like you're not alone. I remember when I was pregnant with Oliver, just this overwhelming feeling of isolation. I felt really disconnected from everyone, even women that were mothers, even women who were pregnant. Like, I just felt like nobody gets it. And one of my solaces was finding pregnancy update videos from women that were experiencing similar things that I was. So I really hope that I am touching someone out there and helping you feel a little less alone. Please reach out if you are like me and you maybe have a great support network, but you're just like, nobody gets it. I feel so alone. Nobody knows what I'm experiencing. Please give me a shout if you feel like we're connecting on some level. I did switch the app that I'm looking at, just because the app I was looking at I didn't really like. So if the continuity is not quite there, that is why. In terms of what I'm talking about for symptoms, size, development. So week 14, finally second trimester. Excuse me. So I know I keep saying this, but as you might have known from my previous videos, I don't get better in my second trimester. Some women do, I do not. I think like towards the very end of my second trimester, going into my third, and maybe sometime in my third, I felt the best I did throughout my whole pregnancy. But definitely in the early stages of my second trimester, I did not feel well. And I was 6 months pregnant with Oliver for Kelly and my wedding. Or maybe I was 5 months. I'm not sure. But I just remember being like in my second trimester, halfway through my second trimester, and still feeling like crap. I had to leave our reception, go take a shower, go take a nap. And while I was sleeping, my breasts released a ton of colostrum. It soaked me, it soaked the bed. I had to take another shower, had to change my outfit again and go back outside. And meanwhile, I had been gone from the reception for like 2 hours, and people were like, "Oh, are you okay?" No, I wasn't okay. I felt terrible. So I do want to encourage you that if you're like me and you are still experiencing terrible morning sickness, you are not alone. Please talk to your healthcare provider about it though. I do not take any prescriptions for morning sickness. I like to manage it in more natural ways, or just by taking a lot of naps. But like, there are products out there available for you that may be safe for you and your baby. Something I suggested last time was ginger gravel. I think that that's a really great suggestion. Taking ginger if you can stomach it. Ginger capsules have worked for my sister. You know, some people use C-band bracelets. I was drinking ginger tea, didn't help me that much, but did keep my fluid intake high, so that was good. You know, I also practice hypnobirthing, so that's helped a lot when I just have the time to sit down and just focus and do some self-hypnosis. That can really be beneficial too for managing pregnancy symptoms. So I just really encourage you to find what works for you. And if you are experiencing something where you cannot keep anything down, you cannot keep fluids down, I really urge you to speak to your healthcare provider. You don't want to end up in the hospital. And if you do have something like HG, make sure that you get the treatment you need so that your pregnancy isn't completely miserable. Especially if you have other little ones or other responsibilities other than just growing a human, which a topic for another vlog, but I don't know why we expect women to do anything other than just grow a baby. That's frickin' wild. Why are you doing anything? Why are you standing on your head? Why are you doing yoga? Why are you going to work? Why are you driving a car? Stay home. Stay home and grow that baby. And I just mean that with the utmost respect for women. Like, if you choose to work while you're pregnant, great, but I think you shouldn't have to. So at 4 weeks pregnant, according to this app, which is different than the last app I was using for the previous videos, is as big as a peach. Baby's is as big as a peach. 3.4 inches and 1.5 ounces. Now, it does say on this app that round ligament pain starts at this stage. I haven't experienced any yet. I experienced it to some significant extent with Oliver. So, yeah, but I haven't found that yet. So maybe my body's just still like really stretched out from Oliver. This has increased energy. On that, I could still sleep 12 hours a day and still want to sleep more. Increased appetite, boo on that as well. I have had so few cravings and such a low appetite this pregnancy. I'm not really sure when my appetite increased with Oliver or when my cravings really kicked in. But I'm pretty sure that they were before that. It's been a real struggle. Like, my husband will ask me, oh, what do you want for supper? And I'm like, I don't know, nothing. I can't think of one thing that I would want to eat right now. The one thing that seems to be working okay for me is eating lots of fruit. So if that's the same for you, I encourage you to try it. Lots of high water content fruit has been helpful. I've also been eating a lot of like fresh vegetables, like salads and stuff like that, but I am still having difficulties with cooked vegetables, specifically potatoes, which is really sad because potatoes are really yummy. I am pretty much still eating vegetarian. I have tried implementing some animal proteins because there have been some suggestions from some people that it helps with nausea. I haven't found that to be true, but you might. When I was pregnant with Oliver, it was one of the only things that I could keep down. I primarily, when I'm not pregnant, eat pescatarian or vegetarian. And like I said, I'm trying to maintain that this pregnancy, though I have on occasion had some animal proteins this pregnancy, just to see how they sat and see if they worked for me. Not really. It does say on here thicker, shinier hair. I have noticed that I'm having a lot of hair growth, but I don't find that it's particularly thicker. But I know I am experiencing less hair loss, like when I shower and stuff like that, like maybe one strand. I have read before that when you're pregnant, you stop losing hair. So that's why it looks thicker. It's not that your hair is like growing thicker. It's just that it appears thicker because it is thicker, just because you're not losing any hair. And then when people talk about postpartum hair loss, I've also read that it's actually okay. It's not that you're going bald or anything like that. It's just that your body's catching up on all the hair that it didn't lose while you were pregnant. Now, I don't know about all of that because I had legitimate bald spots. If you can see, like I have like these baby hairs here. This is regrowth from these bald spots that I had in postpartum after I gave birth to Oliver. So I'm not really sure if that's in my head or if it's phony science, but that is what I have read is that, okay, you don't actually bald, you just catch up on the hair loss that you would have normally experienced throughout the 9-10 months that you were pregnant. And then while you're pregnant, it's not that you're growing like new hair, it's just that you're not losing any. So sorry if that's old news or boring to you. This video is running a little long, but it's kind of interesting, and it's kind of like a little bit of a milestone too because we're entering into trimester number 2. So it does talk in this app a little bit about weight, and I talked about weight a little bit last time. My body composition is changing. My breasts are getting more full. I'm still experiencing a lot of nipple tenderness. And I'm finding it very hard to nurse my toddler right now, but I'm doing the best I can, and I am supplementing quite a bit with a bottle for him. And yeah, like not a lot of specific like weight gain, but my body is shifting. I can tell, and I am starting to get a little bit of a tummy. So it is still at that kind of stage where it's like, oh, did she have an extra burrito or could she be pregnant? But definitely not looking pregnant yet. The rest of my body, though, pretty slender, and I'm not, well, slender for me, and I'm not really retaining any water at week 14. So that's really good. Yeah, so it does say in this, like, you know, go see your dentist. Dental hygiene when you're pregnant is so important because you're at a more significant risk for gingivitis. Now, right now with COVID-19, you likely cannot see a dentist. And so I just really encourage you, use mouthwash, floss your teeth, brush your teeth. Even if you're having a lot of gagging, even if you're having a lot of bleeding gums, like just keep up with your dental hygiene because it's so important. I am so lucky that I got in to see the dentist at 10 weeks pregnant. I'm so thankful for that because it helps so much with the swelling of my gums and my gums bleeding. And so now, and like I said, I am ahead of pregnancy than what I'm talking. So now about 5, almost 6 weeks since I've gone to the dentist, I am starting to get a little bit of bleeding gums again and a little bit of gum tenderness, but it really mitigated it because it was so unbearable. Like it was like, hate to be gross, but I love to be gross at the same time. It was like I was having a period out of my mouth. Like that's how much my gums were bleeding when I would brush my teeth in the morning before I went to the dentist. So anyway, if you can go see a dentist, do it. If you can't, just take really good care of those teeth. Anyway, welcome to the second trimester, pals. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna make one more video in this kind of series, and then hopefully I'll be able to keep up weekly posting so that you're not left hanging if you're like, oh, I want to have an update. And sorry, this video is a little long. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.